Hi everybody. Hello. I just thought I would do a bit of a titty bit vlog video just to let you know I haven't forgot about you. And so I wanted to make a video, a long form video last night. I wanted to make one tonight, but I don't think that that's going to happen. And um, it's just like, you have those 2 or 3 days where you're just running. And I've been taking care of a few more things that I had to do to get my whole job pay increase thing done. And I was running back and forth on that for a little bit. It's incredible the amount of work that has went into this. Um, and so then, as you know, we've been very low income, and we received our last little bit of food stamps. Now, we will lose all of our food stamps when I get my pay raise, but this, you know, and that's supposed to happen in just a few days. So we're assuming this is our last monthly food stamp. And then we'll lose that, and then we'll be all on our own as far as buying our groceries and everything. And as you know, with this economy that we have right now, the whole shopping, I'm going to readjust this camera. It's kind of dark in here, and I realize that. Maybe I can use some kind of a thing to brighten it up a little bit, but I just wanted to do this. So I did that, and we just been running around, but we decided that we would go and stock up on some groceries, because what we really plan to do is when my paycheck goes up, we're planning on buying a small freezer so that we can actually like go to Sam's or someplace and stock up on meat and that each and every month. But this was going to be like, kind of like a last big thing. So we went to Sam's and we stocked up on a bunch of things. Not a whole lot, because the refrigerator freezer that we have won't hold it, but enough we felt like we did some good, and we did our regular shopping. And so we came home, and all three of us were absolutely wasted. We do not do well going out to shop, and we came home absolute zombies. We carried in the food and stuff from the store, and Jamie, bless his heart, he just pushed that much farther and put all the cold stuff in the refrigerator, and I just hit the couch. I was just zonked. And it wasn't long after that, Jamie was zonked and Joe was zonked, and we were just out of it. So then we got up and we're sitting here watching Sean, and I got to thinking, yesterday also, this is another thing that happened. We had a stay home day. We did the work on my job thing and then running around for that Tuesday, because that was Thursday. That was our therapy day. So we were out. And then yesterday was actually a stay home day. And cleaning, organizing from the front to the back. And I've been getting stuck because we stay so busy. I've been getting stuck on the living room. Every time I got to the living room, which is my craft room, my work room, I get stuck there and I couldn't get any farther. But yesterday I really did. I got all the furniture moved out, swept behind everything. And now there's still grocery sacks sitting everywhere. So I'm gonna have to do the whole fly through thing again. But the good news is, today is Friday, tomorrow is Saturday, so I'm gonna have Saturday, Sunday, and Monday just at home to really get caught up. And there's so many things going on. We've got so many irons in the fire and so many things that we're having to attend to here and there and here and there that, it's really, really hard to keep up. But you have to maintain your life. I mean, you have to maintain your house and, your personal care and all of that stuff. And you have to rest well and take your medications. And there's just like, we have so many irons in the fire. But we're going into, and we are already started on a very productive time of life. Now, while all of this stuff is going on, I'm dreaming of the different things that I'm going to do. Jamie's dreaming of different things he wants to do, and Joe is as well. And so we have our mental health to deal with as well. And I'll tell you a couple of things that I've been going through. And usually I work through everything with my therapist. And, she's actually going to be having surgery on her foot. And she's going to be gone for 6 weeks. I guess this is going to be a test on how well we do without our amazing therapist. Angie, if you're watching this, we are going to miss you so bad. We love you. Anyway. So, but a couple of things I've been going through. As you know, we live in New Mexico, but we are from the East. And, they've had all of this devastation going on in the East, especially in Western North Carolina. And, oh my God, I have stayed so upset, over this because, I go on TikTok where you actually, because they're just not telling about it on the news, not just the regular news. They're just not really telling you. And I've been going on TikTok and I've been listening to some of the videos from the first responders and people that live there that, have been on the front lines of the rescue and everything. And some of the stories are just so heart-wrenching. Some of the things that people have went through. It's just so hard to believe the pain and suffering that some of them have went through. And I'll be honest about it. I did make the video on survival skills, and I may make some more, but the best thing that we can do is actually pray for these people because it is incredible what they're going through. And it's making me so grateful. Here I complain about living in an old trailer, and I complain about being in the desert, and I want to go back home, and, I have all these complaints. And it's like, I've never heard of such pain, heartache, loss, and desperation in my life. And, of course, I've never been close to a war, but it is the closest thing you could ever imagine to a war zone. And there's still people dying. And this business of, 200 and some people dying, that is like nothing. They've ordered thousands and thousands. Like this one group of people that have been working on the front lines, they ordered 10,000 body bags. So you're not getting the truth about it. But because I've been following it on TikTok, I've kind of just got saturated with the pain of it all. And I feel guilty even for, I am so blessed. I am so blessed, and I feel guilty for not, I'm making a video, Joe, by the way. I almost feel just guilty because I'm just so blessed. I feel so blessed and thankful. And so that's had like a shadow over my head, and, but it's just continue to remember them in prayer. Please do remember them in prayer. And also, I have some things in my life, residual things from the past, my old past, and some things that are going on that kind of put a shadow over my happiness. I'm not experiencing grief. If you go back to some of my earlier videos, I was for months, about I really can't, I'd have to look on the calendar, but about 6 or 7 months ago, I had something happen that really, really threw me back down. So it was like I had recovered so much, I'd made so much ground, and then something happened that just literally opened the door and threw me back into the basement. And that was about just right before I started getting my teeth worked on. But anyway, I have gradually healed again and am growing back into a really healthy frame of mind. Um, because I was having this grief cycle I was going through every morning. And if you've ever been through chronic grief, a lot of times, like for me, I would wake up from a nap and I would be hyperventilating, or I would wake up from a nap and I would be like, the grief would hit me and it would just feel like somebody had slammed a bowling ball into my chest. I felt like life was over and I was going to die. And after I would be awake for a little while, it would pass. But when I would first wake up in the morning, or I would, wake up from a nap, the grief was just almost inconsolable. And there was just a whole lot of things going on. I have, over the past 6 or 7 months, climbed out of that pit of despair and that grief cycle that I was really going through every single morning. And I am so much better now. Number one, I plan to protect myself going forward. Be prepared for anything that might come along that would just throw me into a hole. You have to learn to protect your emotions. And my hopes are that certain things in my life will resolve, and that every relationship and everything that we're going through will resolve itself and will be healthy and happy. And as far as our little family, myself, Jamie, and Joe, we go through little things and we're still growing and adapting in our relationship, but we are growing in trust, because it takes years. A young couple gets married and they're in love, but it may take them decades to grow into the kind of comfort, space, and trust that they need. So we're still growing and everything, but we have extended family that we're still hoping to heal things with, and we have quite a bit of grief and sorrow that we want to fix. So there are a few things that are what I want to call overshadowing the whole happiness thing. And there's quite a few people, like the people in North Carolina and certain family members and stuff, that we just worry about, that we care about. But prayer is the most amazing thing. Just the simplest of prayers can pull you out of where you need to be. So if you're in that position where you've got something that's just like grieving your heart and you're just so sad, or you're so troubled, or if you're one of the people that are trapped down there, and there's been people lost in North Carolina, there's been people that's been lost through hypothermia now because it's getting cold. And my heart is so with you. And if it was possible, I think I would just load up and go down there and volunteer. But I have responsibilities that I have to take care of here. But my heart is with you. And if you're in that state of despair, maybe you've lost all your family members. Maybe, you've lost everything that you own. Maybe you are just in a survivalist situation where you're trying to keep fire and stay warm. Please, please turn your heart toward God. Say those simple prayers. Give yourself to God. Because when Jamie and I and Joe were homeless, we were in desperate, desperate positions so many times. I mean, it's just like the one tire would fall off because the ball joint broke. And we would be stranded on the side of the road with no money, nobody to help. And this one particular time that it happened, this guy just comes up out of nowhere. And he's like, "Oh, what's going on? Yeah, your ball joint broke. I've got to go home and take this to my kids. Let me come back. I'll be back in 15 minutes." And he comes back with what we need to fix it and the tools. And he fixes it and gets us in a position where we can limp to some place where we can spend the night and be safe. And I have seen so many miracles. So don't forget to just believe God. Turn your heart toward God, and He will have miracles and angels. I am positive that there are angels on the ground in North Carolina. So we don't know why these things happen, but when they do happen, we know that God will deliver. And I'm sure it's just the devil. Don't blame God. All good things come from God, and the bad things come from the devil. So I didn't know I was going to say all that, but I just wanted to catch up because, especially on the vlog side of things, I really, really want to start vlogging more, like, just like showing when I give the dogs a bath, or, some of the things we're going to do around the house. But I wanted to catch you up and let you know I'm still here, and I'm going to make a video really, really quick. Probably at least by tomorrow night, so it'll be out the next morning. I don't have my timing just right yet. But you remember us in prayer, and we'll remember you in prayer. And I'll see you on the next video.